with another mono beast defeated, we can explore more of the island. I said I'm going to try to keep those up as long as I can. Today is April 6th. This is the April 6th set of recordings. As you can see. New neighbor. That's the one lazy villager.
That was the koala, right?
Yeah.
His name was Ozzy.
Yes.
Get it?
Take part in a special customization workshop. Okay, cool. Nice. We're going to work on getting sort of main event things, but because we invited 3 villagers, what we basically did... God, I love that dress. That looks amazing.
Also, look, the bridge is finished.
Yeah.
That means we don't have to pole vault anymore.
And because I made that payment last night, even though they take a percentage, I just sold some shells. Oh yeah, I know that. So. The bridge is done, which is cool. And house number 1 has been taken. Oh yeah, I think I can literally take these if I want to.
Oh, we can take all that shit back then.
I'll leave it for now, but... The order you get people is 1 a day, so that leads...
Ozzy was the first villager we...
Yeah.
He was the first one on the island we found, right?
Yeah.
So that means they'll appear in the order we found them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was him. Wanted to say hi, but he's still moving in. So that covers, you know...
That covers that. Only who...
Also, in the middle of getting ready to record... Hold on. There he is! It's Harvey! I've been looking for him.
When does he show up? Does he just randomly show up after you get a house?
You need the house, the 3 houses built, and I think you need 1 occupied. I'll explain more about him in a minute. Used to visit my island. Just hit the airport. Yeah. Nice. So, one of the most important things is him, so that's a thing. I'm really, really happy with that. And I'm going to comment on something in a minute, but... Nice. So, today they had an update where apparently most eggs in the Easter event are now less likely. And on the one hand, I get that, but on the other hand...
I say that, but we just got 2 of the, like...
Apparently,
eggs.
the 2 eggs that are the most affected are fishing and sky eggs. Because people hated losing rare fish. Which is what I want to see, and we're also going to... I'm gonna sell some stuff in a minute here. So what I wanted to see, on the one hand, I get it, but on the other hand, it's like kind of annoying that. Hold on, let me concentrate. On the one hand, I get it, but on the other hand, it's kind of annoying for anyone who liked the holiday or wanted eggs is now forced to.
Well, even then, it only seems like those are the two that are affected because of everything else that you could find in those, which is, kind of funny because I made points about, like, all of the rock eggs we would get. Due to that, we were missing, like, more. We were actually missing out on a decent amount of, like, iron and stuff, so I do understand.
I get why they did it. I'm not saying I don't get it, but it just kind of annoys me that complaining basically means...
Yeah, because, like...
Yeah, not a single egg.
Whereas before, we would have at least gotten one.
I mean, I get why it annoys people, but for anyone who liked the holiday and was enjoying the frequency, because other people...
But that's also, one of those, like, it is an internet update type thing, so because of that, if your Switch is not connected to the internet for any reason, you actually could avoid getting that update for just a tiny bit longer.
There's an egg.
Huh. Second fish was an egg, so...
And there goes my fishing pole. They're not however, they did one cool thing that does almost justify it.
Which is...
Bunny Day is officially the 12th. On Bunny Day, apparently, it's like triple egg value.
Bunny, like... The 12th is when this ends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The final day, apparently you get like triple eggs. And that's to kind of justify locking them down so that on the final day you'll logistically get like to a point where like all of hitting this rock it would be like only eggs.
And like basically every tree would only have eggs.
Yeah. And in that sense, that'll be kind of cool. I'm still trying to complete the... Like...
Well, we still... What? You said today was the 6th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 6 days then.
I also need to check our recipes. Did my flowers breed? No. No, they didn't. Nice.
Wait.
What
What was that bug on the stump?
It's a stink bug of which we have many.
Okay. Kinda I like to tell sometimes when you run past them.
Oh hey, my coconuts are back. Cool, I could sell those for a decent profit. Also, I never showed off. You have a camera?
Every game has a fucking photo mode.
And you can save the pictures on the home menu.
Of course.
And you can get some different filters.
Monochrome.
Antique. Yeah. Cinema. I love the time, date.
It was so long ago, I have to remember it in sepia tone. Just stop it.
No, I wanted to... The photo you take, you can also make your passport photo. So I was just messing with it just to kind of show off. Because it does, like, the capture taken. And you do get some, like, miles and stuff for taking photos. So I wanted to... Because we never did it.
Yeah.
And it does the screenshot thing, and there is a way to deal with the passport, which I never showed off. passport photo. Because you can show, like, see, and you can get a more dramatic sort of zoom in, and you can still mess with the filter. Like, I could do fucking monochrome over here, but you see, it's a different thing, and the passport version, I don't believe, uses up like anything. I just want to see. Yeah. And yeah, so like you get the point. And now I can actually make we're wearing the. Well, I just kind of wanted a example of the dress, and I also wanted some Nook Miles of showing this mechanic off, because we never actually did it. We'll get up and move on in a minute. I'm not going to use the camera and take too many pictures. I just wanted to show off because I realized I could claim some Nook Miles. We'll go to Harvey's Island. Oh, I forgot that. What? Hold on. Yo.
Now, like this, could be a result of, you know, the Animal Crossing having, like, this Animal Crossing having more stuff, or it's just because we don't have a lot of, like, fruits and stuff. But I noticed in this game, villagers don't ask you for shit nearly as much.
There's a... Oh, sorry. Craft a new fishing rod. There's a specific reason for that. There's a extra level of friendship involved. I need to get some stone eggs and stuff. Like, there's an extra level of friendship. Like, words. An extra tree branch. This game has a more dynamic version of friendship with the villagers, where you can get better friendship and start sort of getting things.
Oh, and also I feel like because of the, you know, like, does every furniture item in the game have a DIY recipe?
Almost all of them.
Yeah, I feel like that's the other reason that the game doesn't do that as much, because that, like...
Oh, wait, I forgot to hit keep crafting that.
Because that would have straight out kind of been padding at that point, because you would have, like, especially when you get really far in the game, like, if someone wanted one of those wooden stereos, that means you would have had to craft, like, you would have to get wood, craft the wood block toy, and then use the wood block toy to make the stereo. What else did you put that with to make the stereo? It was wood and iron, right?
What?
The wooden stereo, to make that, you needed the wood block toy and its iron.
We never made fish bait. One clown, one bait. Hold on, I'm gonna get my eggs. I'm gonna make some more bunny day stuff. Well, also trying to get more eggs. So we're gonna store. So basically, I'm gonna store that recipe that I already had. Just storing some stuff I picked up just to make some room. Nice. Because we have a couple of the different... I'll clean that one thing in a minute. And then I'm going to try to work on the Harvey stuff and get some other things. But let's see what I get. No miles plus. For storing a bunch of items, we get plenty of miles. it's time for the question of the day, my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, this is a very special question because I thought this topic made an interesting discussion point. How do you feel about games updating to fix or change things because of a vocal majority, even if what is being changed might actively piss off or discourage the minority from enjoying the game as they have been? On the one hand, I do get that if a lot of people are complaining about something, it might be worth changing it, but on the other hand, kind of forcing a change and giving you no option to experience the thing as it was previously might actually anger a bunch of people, because this did lead to a huge contention point where a lot of people that actually thought Bunny Day was not that bad did end up feeling somewhat annoyed that all of a sudden they couldn't find eggs because everyone that complained about too many eggs got the game updated to basically make the eggs less likely, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but it is kind of funny that a lot of people will basically defend something like this because they generally found it annoying. But if you want a game like Dark Souls to have an easy mode or something, all of a sudden you're shitting on the game or the original intent or whatever, when you can make an argument that the original intent of Bunny Day was to actually have eggs be incredibly common to find because you need a bunch of them for crafting, and dropping the RNG actually makes the holiday a little bit harder in some aspects. But it's not the worst thing. I just think there is sort of a weird example of leeway on, do you actually listen to people, or do you decide to maybe sort of meet in the middle so that people on the other side are not completely fucked over. But anyway, I'm rambling. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I will see you all next time, so good night, everybody.